Hi focus friend, welcome to Hidden ADD, your number one source for how to thrive at work and beyond if you are focus challenged like me. Have you ever wondered what a goal planning process looks like in real life? The messy gray areas and how it all fleshes out? Well, that's what you get to see in this new series on my channel named ADD-IRL. In this video, I will let you in behind the scenes to see my exact planning process for how I set long-term, year, quarter, month, week, and day goals. That sounds like a lot, but let me just tell you, this is an extremely fast and simplified and streamlined process, which only takes a few minutes a day. The reason is that was all that I've actually been able to use sustainably. Before we kick off, let me just say a quick hello to you if you're new here on the channel. My backstory is that at 32, I was broke, divorced, and earning just above minimum wage. Over the 7 years since then, I rebuilt my career into a successful consulting career and now a senior manager role at a Fortune 500 company. Got remarried, and a lot of that had to do around the strategies I share on this channel and getting my ADD diagnosed and treated. So I'll give you the big picture overall, and then we'll dive into each one of these steps where I'll show you behind the scenes how I do it, what my actual goals and plans are, so you can see it, how it looks in real life, in the wild, where there's gray area, where it's messy. So for the process, we start with a Keystone Goal, which I'll explain. We break that down into a concrete 6 to 12 month goal. We then do some light planning, so we have a quarterly goal or target, and then the real meat of it, which is the monthly, weekly, daily goal. So with that, let's dive into it. Step 1, set a Keystone Goal. I got this concept from Dr. Benjamin Hardy in Personality Isn't Permanent, as well as from, I believe it's Gary Keller in his awesome book, The One Thing. The idea is that by having this one main goal, it gives you clarity and direction. So this is one overarching goal. Typically for me, it's got like a 1 to 3 year time frame. It will have some often more specific goals that evolve underneath it, which you'll see in the subsequent steps, but it provides a single unifying focus. If you want more details on the thought behind this and the overall approach as a theoretical approach, check out my Coaching Corner video on this same topic, which will be coming out next week. So if you haven't already, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss that one. Back to the IRL. Let me give you some examples of some recent Keystone goals that I've had over the past few years. When I was a consultant, I set a goal to get promoted 12 months later. When I started my current Fortune 500 job, I set a goal to get promoted within 3 years. My current Keystone Goal, which has been in place since pretty much the start of 2020, is to create a coaching and training side business by the end of 2021. So notice that those overarching Keystone goals naturally have sub goals underneath them, which brings us to step 2. I set a 6 to 12 month goal. So some of my personal examples. On the old Keystone Goal I shared about my current job, my first 6 to 12 month goal was to be established as a high performer within 6 months. That then broke down into other quarterly and monthly goals. For instance, for about 1 quarter, I was developing a playbook for my new area in the business. Another example for my current Keystone Goal of building this coaching and training side business, my current 6 to 12 month goal is to grow a successful YouTube channel. In the next section, I'll show you some actual planning that I've done on this goal. And because it's part of the larger Keystone Goal, at some point next year, my 6 to 12 month goal will shift from starting and launching a successful YouTube channel, at which point I'll have all the systems in place. I'll be used to just creating content. It'll be a well-oiled machine. And my primary 6 to 12 month goal will switch to focus more on coaching and training delivery and providing that product in service of the Keystone Goal. Which brings me to step 3. I do a small amount of planning and I come up with a quarterly goal. Here's an example of the high-level planning I have done for the 6 to 12 month goal of building this YouTube channel. So I figured out a rough plan for the year, which then let me see where I wanted to be at the end of the quarter. So for this quarter ending December 31st, 2020, I want to be at 1,000 plus subscribers. I want to be seeing 30+% subscriber growth, and I want to have 60 videos on the channel. That brings me to step 4, which is setting the monthly goal. This is where the process really starts to pick up speed and get faster and simpler, which is where it becomes sustainable, which is why I use this process. For the quarterly goal of shooting 60 videos, it made monthly goal planning pretty easy and obvious, right? On average, if I'm getting around 20 videos a month, maybe certain months, I would hit my 60 video target. So now, my original plan for month 2 of the channel was to shoot another 20 videos, and then I changed the plan. And so that's one of the reasons that I wanted to create this IRL series, was because there's the approach for this planning process that you can read in any book and that you can even see in my videos, but then there's the gray area of the messiness of actually implementing it in real life. My plan is to do 20 videos in December, and I'm fully confident I'll hit that. But for November, I scaled it back from 20 videos to 8. So basically I was doing 60% less than my original plan. So here's what happened. As I shot the 20 videos in month 1 of the channel, I just noticed how attached I was to the outcome, to people liking me, to trying to do everything a certain way. And I realized that if I got more power and control over my attachment to the outcome, I would be more effective at this goal overall. I knew that I'd achieved some level of unattachment in my early to mid 20s when I started looking into spirituality, like Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, and just kind of present moment sort of thing. So I started looking into what programs I could find around meditation or present moment or non-attachment. And I found this amazing program, highly recommended. It was like $295 or $250. It was called the 45 Days to Awakening Challenge. It makes the basics of enlightenment accessible to everyday folks like me, but it was intensive. It required an hour of meditation every day, plus additional exercises that could go from 15 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on what the exercise was and how long I chose to invest in it. It became my top priority monthly goal last month, and I scaled down my video shooting plan to just 8 videos, or a 60% reduction in my original plan. But as we're nearing the end of November, and as I make my December monthly plan, it's back up to 20 videos. So get excited, subscribe, get the notification bell. Lots of amazing content coming for you. And now we're in the home stretch. So we only have the weekly goal and the daily goal left. I don't know about you, but I used to always put off weekly planning and I would never do it. To this day, I still put it off, except my weekly planning is now so easy because I only need to come up with one weekly goal based on my one primary monthly goal, based on my one quarterly year goal, which all feeds into my one Keystone goal. The rest of my goals, I already have some systems in place and habits built. I'm less concerned about those, but this Keystone goal of mine won't happen on its own. It needs the best of me, and therefore it gets my primary focus and it gets my planning attention. Because if I'm gonna do any planning, doing it on my top priority, most important goal is, well, the most important thing to do. If you find this planning process super easy and you hit it out of the park and you want to expand it to more goals and you can reliably achieve your targets that you set, go for it. I've kept it simple, focused on one, and the other reason that I've done that is something that Gary Keller says in The One Thing, which is he's always found that when people that he's worked with, or even himself, have, say, 3 goals, that they always get done maybe 2 out of 3, and the one they don't get done is the most important one. It's also the most difficult and scary and challenging. This eliminates that sort of goal horse trading, where I can substitute an easier goal and still say, well, I did 2 out of 3 this month. That's the point of why I keep it so focused. But the other benefit is it's super simple and streamlined. very little effort, ergo, very sustainable. So, with that very long preamble, man, that was long. Let's look at weekly goal. So here's the planning spreadsheet. As you can see, for this week, it's filmed 2 videos minimum. And as you might be able to see in some of the crossed out things, it was also filmed 2 videos. This is again because I scaled back my focus to film 8 videos in the past month. And then step 6 is setting the daily goal. So here's my daily goal. As you can see for today, it's filmed 2 videos. This is my second video of the day. This will get done and I'll be done with my week goal. That said, it's only Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. I've got some days off for the holiday. I'm gonna try to get some more filming done this week and take advantage of the downtime so that I can start to backlog some content for you. So IRL, if I have a plan to shoot, say 5 videos in a week, I might only plan to shoot 2 videos one day and 3 videos another. And then the other days I've got flexibility to really make something else my top priority. Maybe there's some planning or preparation work, or I need to catch up on life admin or things for my full-time job. So that's a look behind the scenes at how I implement my planning process. 2 videos that I highly recommend that you check out. If you'd like to see how I actually execute on my daily goal every single morning, check out that IRL video and subscribe and hit the bell to get notified about the Coaching Corner video where I explain this planning process overall and the thinking behind it. And let me know what you think. Is this a good planning process, a bad one? Do you have recommendations for me and for the other viewers? Do you like this IRL series? Let me know in the comments below and I will see you in the next video.